twitch. This ain't a glitch you thought, homie, you looking distraught, thinking you're needing a shot. Roll up the weed on the spot, this is too much for these hoes. They be allergic to flows, easy and busy we go. Up in your nugget for those feeling forgotten, but no, we ain't forgotten you so. Falling you rotten and yo, telling you this so you know. We got the wind at our backs, spitting the balls over tracks. Who got the heat in the sacks? We got the heat, it's a fact. Take a sip, take a hit, take a rip, take a dip, and if you really must take a shit, hope you feel better, lighter than you ever did. Us falling off, that's a never kid. Doing what you never did and you're whatever kid. Us falling off, that's a never did. Come again? That's a never did. Us falling off, that's a never did.
Yo, none of them worry we. RP Heavy D. Pick a style, any beat. We'll take it to any street and pull out the heavy heat. We could squash any beef. Not talking about every beef, so let's make this very brief. Niggas is funny tight, broken their money tight. Shoot you with a gun, got no hands for a bloody fight. You stopped at the stop sign, got popped with a Glock 9. A lot of witnesses there, but who's gonna drop time? They snitched on the capo. A snitch is a sapo. They caught the rat though, and let the black go. Once you shit in the hood, you can't go back, bro. You gotta watch your back or get smoked like tobacco. Asshole.
Take a sip, take a hit, take a rip, take a dip, and if you really must take a shit, hope you feel better, lighter than you ever did. Us falling off, that's a never kid. Doing what you never did and you're whatever kid. Us falling off, that's a never did.
Come again?
That's a never did. Us falling off, that's a never did.
What is it?
We got another body.
Where?
457 Aesop Street.
On my way, 763.
Take a sip, take a hit, take a rip, take a dip, and if you really must take a shit, hope you feel better, lighter than you ever did. Us falling off, that's a never kid. Doing what you never did and you're whatever kid. Us falling off, that's a never did. Connect, cause the vibe got you snapping that neck. Now reflect, see the man in the mirror. I can't say it any clearer. He be wildin' out, he be styling out. He be on the culture, yeah, he be vibing out. Riding on the wall, yeah, you know what he about. He on that real shit, flipping the mic, ready to kill shit. Let him in the building, the killing, the curse, feeling me, spilling his words, killing his spitting his words, venom, a lyrical burst in him. Imagine like John Lennon. You know we laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, we laughing all the way to the bank. They say we laughing all the way to the bank.
Hey yo, even if it's sunny or gray, I make money all day, then count it up in the money machine. Laughing all the way to the bank, blazing the dank, then escape to the ranch, make a salad with craft. Friends dressing, blessing, DJs with a test pressing, bang it on the air while I'm bench pressing. It's less stressing, pumping dumbbells than gun shells. OG style, crack your head like a nutshell. You get done well, cycle less back from hell, and even from a distance you get hit with the funk smell, baby. No time for hanging out. I put in this work, now I'm cashing out. Popping champagne with my campaign, smoking insane till I'm stone crazy in the membrane. While you're on the N train, looking crazy, man. You should be doing stand up cause you making me laugh, cocksucker.
You know we laughing all the way to the bank. Yeah, we laughing all the way to the bank. They say we laughing all the way to the bank. You know we laughing all the way to the bank. I roll like a Mack truck, running through your block, no backup. Homie, you better pack up, your style's all hacked up. Machete flow, act up, cut you down the sides, turn the track up. All you clowns make me crack up, don't get clapped up. Coffee in my cup, get wrapped up, like a gift all wrapped up. Put you under the tree, now sack up. It's the incredible, highly formidable, all cities certified, super individual. Body you on principle, it ain't a thing to me. Put your lights out, walk out casually. Another casualty, tear the stage down savagely. You don't wanna get on after me. Pro Tools, Logic, and the others. Yo, you couldn't touch us, there was no one else above us. Getting bags in every city like a damn king. What you gonna do about it? Nothing, not a damn thing. Can I lie the back one? It would be historical. You don't have to answer that, the question was rhetorical. Shut up.
Disclaimer. This video, like all videos featured on this channel, is definitely intended for mature audiences. This video is likely to contain profane language. Content is inappropriate for minors. Video is not for kids.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show. Lord of mercy.
Welcome to the Dr. Greenthumb Show right here on YouTube, Twitch, Discord, X, and the home site, www.BREALTV. What it do? I'm here with the legendary Mellow Man Ace up in here.
Good to be back.
Yes, sir.
After a week of R&R.
Yeah.
Feels good to be back. See everybody.
Right on.
Dope rippage the other day, y'all.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
In the house, the iconic What Eric Big Drop Bobo.
Buddy.
We got the Treehouse crew, Bolton Blombo, Bra Brown, the Dominator.
Yo, what up, Bobo? Welcome back.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you.
Why didn't you say it in Argentina, dude?
We have the Concentrate King, Cali Blaze.
Shit. Oh,
Yeah, you shot a dog over there. I heard that.
Shot a dud first.
Shot a blank? Is that?
Yeah, I did. I
All
tapped.
right.
I got nothing. I was like, fuck, that was weak.
Oops.
Because Bugs was punching that button yesterday.
yeah, word. It took a
He was like,
beat.
this is
We-
funny.
we got Mr. Milligrams, the hijo E-Zone. I love that LAFC hat you got on right there, son. Nah.
You want me to make you one?
Oh, man. Yes.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Let me triple that. Come on, man. Yes, it's a very nice hat. I like it. I like what you did with it. It adds a nice little splash to it.
Supposed to mean you got to be there through the good times and the bad times. That's still the team we ride or die for.
That's how we do, man. That's what it is.
When a team only gives you bad times, are you allowed to
That's Ray over here.
Then you just ride it. You riding when it's like that. You're riding and dying at the same time.
I know. I'm like, ask any Galaxy fan for like, for like
for this season.
Any Raider fan will tell you.
Yeah.
But just for this season, though.
It's not ride or die. It's riding and dying. Because you're dying. You're dying inside because they can't get over the fucking hump.
I came back to be a Raider fan again, and all I've learned is how to use excuses that the ref fucked us up.
Yeah.
At
least you're being
next year.
At least you're being 1,000 about that. Some people be in denial about things.
Being a Raider fan must teach you how to deal with loss.
Yes. Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? You're ready for a funeral. You're ready for a breakup.
Hey, Mello, when you're stopped.
You're ready for anything.
When you're ready for, like, let's just say, you're optimist now and, like you're open to possibilities. There's the Rams. They have Los Angeles on their uniform, too. You know what I'm saying? And they won a ring not too long ago.
I was with him. I was actually a Ram fan at that time.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, there is possibilities here in L.A. Aside from what's going on these days, which is a whole lot of fuckery.
When did the Raiders start?
The Raiders started, what, in the 60s,
when John Madden
50s?
No, I'm sorry.
50s,
I meant
60s?
city. Were they L.A. original?
No idea.
No, they were Oakland.
Oakland. That's right. Oakland.
Oakland originally. Then they broke Oakland's heart by coming here. Then they broke our hearts by going back to Oakland.
It's kind of hard.
And then they came back, broke Oakland's heart again, then broke our hearts one more time, then broke Oakland's heart one more time. And now
Heartbreakers.
they're in Las Vegas trying to recapture a fan base that is in California.
It's like they treated Oakland like a relationship with the girl you really like, but you know she's bad for you. You know what I mean? Like, because the city, you gave the city so many chances, and you're just like, you know what? Like, you're gonna come through this time, and then the leadership that what is it? Guides or controls Oakland has never really been too good. That like no team wants to do anything with them. The A's were like, we're out.
Well,
Oakland was like, we're out. Like, there's no amenities there.
Al Davis could not get a new stadium pushed in Oakland, and he couldn't get a new stadium pushed in California. I mean, Los Angeles. So that being said, he bounced back and forth to the best situations for him and his organization, but it wasn't necessarily convenient for any of us fans that now, like, okay, now we're Los Angeles Raiders fans, and fuck, we got to drive all the way to Oakland to see a game. And same thing, when they were here, the original Oakland Raider fans are like, fuck, we got to drive to L.A. to see that shit. And now people that were born Raider fans in Oakland and Los Angeles, and by like the hand down from generations, it's like now we're expected. Well, not me because I'm a Rams fan now. Thank you, but Raiders fans here are expected to get the fuck up for a game and drive from Oakland, from Central California to Southern California to go see these motherfuckers play.
Well, wasn't it weird when we went and we did that halftime thing? We walked around the stadium, and a lot of the stuff that they had was talking about what they did in Oakland or what they did in L.A. It was nothing, from there because they haven't done anything yet.
That's too new.
But it was really weird to just have a stadium that was just talking about all the California shit.
Yeah, Bobo. So that's what I'm saying is that like they peeled the Raiders out of California, which had a base from the Bay to L.A. and everything in between. There's Raider fans here.
Yeah.
Right? There's no Raider fans like the culture of here in California for them in Vegas, because a lot of those people in Vegas, when the Raiders got the team over there and when they got the stadium, a lot of the people that live there, some of them were into different football teams, and they might go to the game, but they're going when their favorite team is coming.
Yeah.
not to support the Raiders.
They didn't have a team before that, right?
Because they didn't have a
Yeah,
team.
they had to be one of those states that were picking somebody around.
As far as sports, the only thing that was popping for Vegas was UNLV.
Hey, it's like this, right? Yes, you're absolutely right. For Vegas, it's UNLV, right? So what Vegas is going to go through is what MLS soccer went through in the first years, right? It wasn't sold out in the stands. There was people that came to support and learn to be fans of it, and gradually they start filling the stadiums with people that are now fans and kids that grew up with the team. That's what's happening with MLS now. All those kids that grew up playing soccer, have spread it. And now it's a popular thing here in the United States where it wasn't before.
Right.
Now we could fill stadiums and get like real support because a lot of these kids that grew up playing soccer now are on some of these fucking teams. And it's grown because but it took, how long would you say it took for soccer to catch here or football?
15 to
20 years, 25
years. It has definitely grown significantly because I remember like being a kid. And like I'll be honest, I'll say it like my uncle used to take me and my little cousins to the Galaxy games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like we used to go when Jorge Campos was playing and all this stuff like for
real early.
So I remember that it wasn't that packed.
It wasn't
looking
packed.
At it now, I'm just like, man, my uncle must have got a hell of a deal on these tickets because they were not moving like too crazy.
No,
like
what's happened is that generation, like the soccer moms, right? That soccer mom generation when they first started, this term.
Yeah.
Soccer was barely on the rise then. A lot of people, like kids that couldn't play baseball or football or basketball but wanted to play a sport and they could play soccer. I mean, that shit grew the sport out in terms of love amongst youth here, right? And it's been doing nothing but growing. That's why you see in these professional leagues fucking flourish now because of that.
You have LAFC's, like players like LAFC's very own from the Valley, Nathan Ordaz, making plays in like El Salvador's national team over the last 2 days to help them qualify to the next World Cup round. And I'm just like looking at that game, I'm just like, man, this motherfucker's out here and he's a 21 or 24-year-old young cat, and I'm like, they're out there making a difference, and he's a part of that generation where like they were tossing little, and now they're just like, hey, bro, we want to be out there, and that like people like that have helped it flourish.
Hey, listen, it's growing so much that over the weekend at Cali Vibes, I met one of the former Galaxy legends. Can't remember what his name was, and I know Ray is stoked to hear that.
Like
but
Kobe Jones.
Well, no, it wasn't Kobe Jones. I feel like he's older than Kobe Jones. I can't remember what his name
Donovan.
is. Could be.
You have a ball spot?
Nah, he didn't have a ball spot. He had some hair, but
If he had the Phil Collins, that's Landon Donovan.
No, he had some hair. I can't remember what his name was, but he's saying that he's like one of the players responsible right now in this time that it created what is it called, the futsal league or what is it? What is it called?
Yeah,
futsal, right? That exists in Europe. That's a thing that like in let's just say South and Central America it exists, and it exists in Europe and in Eastern Europe and in other places. It doesn't exist here. And what that is, right, for those that don't know, that's like the equivalent of our G League, our minor league, our AAA team league, where they cultivate talent from that. And he's saying that he finally put one together for the United States, but it's still global. It's a global league, but like he's introduced it to the United States. That way more youth could come in, and it's a smaller version of the game. It's 5-on-5 on a slightly smaller field. So it focuses in on really
it's like the
guys
big
that could,
version of soccer.
Yeah, it could be like you find like star players in this.
Yeah, no, there's many leagues that are popping up like that. Like I've been invited to this it's indoor soccer league.
Yeah,
and they have the Imperial or the IE Strikers or something like that. I got invited to check out their games. It's a whole different get down.
Yeah, futsal is definitely big. Like 2011, I did this commercial with Spike Jonze in Brazil. It was a futsal commercial.
Hey, Bobo, How about when homeboy told me he was he was a former Galaxy player, and he actually played for our world team too and scored a goal in it or something like that. He scored a big goal in for the U.S. team, but he was a Galaxy player. He said, yeah, I played for the Galaxy. I said, I'm sorry.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Yeah.
Should have put a scarf on him.
It's funny because
scarf.
Yeah, when we were younger, all of us, soccer was not big in this country at all. Like, there was no infrastructure.
It was kind of tacky, seeing him.
Yeah, but you know what? When you really think about it, this country is all made up of immigrants from all over the world. And soccer, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's the number one sport.
It is, yeah.
Whether you're in Europe, South America, Asia,
everywhere.
Soccer is king. I'm sorry. Cricket in Asia is huge for Indian, Chinese, people like that, Asians.
Yeah, but the rest of the world is
the rest
football.
of the world is all soccer.
It's all football.
It finally started to take, you know what I mean? And
I
we
just
built the
remember
infrastructure.
growing up, in high school or in the summer leagues in the rec center that you could have a kids soccer team. It was more going on like that than it was MLS or anything like that.
Right.
But I remember I didn't want to play soccer because
we didn't even have the option.
I didn't even want to get kicked. I knew I was going to want to fight.
I tried to a couple times. It's just I didn't have the speed for it. Like I could run a long distance, but I'm not necessarily fast. And for soccer, you have to have that burst speed. And maybe I could have been a goalie, but I didn't think about becoming that or
was that
trying
through
that
school
shit.
guys, or through after school programs?
No, you know how
a baseball league that's after school?
Yeah,
or was
shit.
it tied into
No, my shit wasn't league. It was just kids playing because
Gotcha. we didn't really have that. That's what I was going to say. On the East Coast, we really didn't have.
Nobody here played
soccer.
Well, look,
Oh,
when we went to school, at least in our schools, soccer was barely coming up in some schools as a sport. Most of the sports that you could get into were football, basketball, baseball, and track and field.
Right.
You get ridiculed for playing soccer back in the day.
That's what it was viewed upon as kind of tacky.
Yeah.
People they kind of would make fun of it, but I don't know, man. When my generation going to school, we played a lot. So I played on the team, and then I played when I was younger. I played for ASO, the league that you get when you're a little kid, so you get out your kid can get out there and play sports. Yeah, so it was pretty big. Like I said, that generation has brought it up.
Yeah,
Now
they talked shit to you for playing back in the day, but the irony is they knew nothing about how hard that game is to fucking play.
To not be able to use
They know
your hands
nothing
unless
about
you're the
soccer.
goalie.
and
shit
running
like
fucking 85 miles in a game, those guys run miles.
I don't know, 85 miles. It's
When you're a
90.
teenager,
man.
it's
fucking
and
exaggerated.
having to sprint up and down the field at times.
Yeah.
you
I think
know?
90 minutes of just nonstop, bro.
Hey,
That's a lot, bro.
I wonder if they track anyone's player steps.
They
They
definitely
have
do.
some of them have the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them have the ring. I've seen them on the bench because I'm always watching to see who's on the side, and then I've seen some of them right before they either take it off or they put it on because some of them play with it and some of them don't.
The
But
ring
they have
for-
that.
the ring of
They
that-
have the
little ring they sell at
Yeah.
Target or some shit. It tracks your sleep, counts your steps, and all this
It
stuff.
knows movement. When
Yeah.
you put on
Yeah.
your fin- They should put one of those dick rings in this way. You can tell how many pumps you get in before you're done.
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah, most people
That's a pretty
I don't
good
need
one.
that. I can count.
Hey, listen, most of the time I'd say that was whoa. But that was a pretty good one.
Fine, thank you.
I could count to
Inno-
10.
There you go.
innovative technology.
Your iWatch can pick up to that though.
Would you-
Yeah, it could.
if you
But I think Cali Blaze wants a cock ring that
Yeah,
takes
that'd be funny.
Would you discuss it later?
Yeah,
afterwards? You
hey, check out my performance.
Instead of steps, it's pumps.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like Pumpelstiltskin. over
I
here.
gave you 135 pumps.
They call him Pumpy.
Yep, Humpty Dumpty.
if you bone with your Apple Watch, it'll you're
Counts
going
the
in.
steps?
You can no, it'll be I'll start recording a high interval workout.
'Cause they probably know your heart.
Yeah, your heart rate.
Yeah, your heart rate goes up.
It'll start
Yeah.
recording it, and then you'll just you'll look at the
That's why
your
Bobo don't be
activity,
wearing his watch, huh?
and then it'll be like what the fuck? Be like, how come at this random time my activity just went up? Yeah.
Man,
Well, when it goes up really late, then you know.
No.
yeah, when it's really late.
Who's
or
working
you,
out at midnight?
Or you put other
Yeah, or you put wrestling.
wrestling, yeah.
Yo, recently my man got busted with his Apple Watch on. he left the shit at the crib, and his side piece was texting him. Meanwhile, his girl's at the house with the Apple Watch reading the whole fucking shit.
Oops.
Oh boy.
So take heed, gentlemen. Yeah, you know.
Well, if you're committing fuckery, then that's the karma that's gonna come back around on you. If you ain't doing shit, you ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, it's very hard to get out of that.
Yeah, you ain't.
It's very hard to get out of that one.
Yeah, bro. Because like the thing is with your watch, like, because I'm pretty sure it's connected to a computer at the house. So when one of these devices is with the computer, like it'll start relaying whatever's going on. Especially if the computer's on. It'll pop up on the computer, it'll pop up on the iWatch, and it'll pop up on your thing at the same time.
Like B said, if you ain't doing shit, you ain't got shit
Right.
to worry about.
You ain't got to worry about nothing. But all you sloppy motherfuckers out there, you better tighten up your game, right?
Yeah.
Real quick before I forget, because I was going to do this off top, but I wanted to say salute to my man DJ Muggs and Everlast, my peoples, my broskies, for sitting in yesterday. And man, what a show that was to have these motherfuckers. And then, I've never been on the turntables with DJ Muggs in life. I learned my first bits of DJing from him, but I've never got to DJ with him, And yesterday he joined me on the fucking mix. I didn't even expect it to happen. I thought I was just gonna go do my regular mixes, and the Grandmaster jumped in with me,
the Grand Mixer.
The Grand Mixer, Grandmaster, Grand.
Did you do a routine?
Oh, we didn't do no routine. We don't got no routine.
Yeah, I saw that on the
IG
on the gram. I forget if it was late last night or early this morning.
We were trading off.
He was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. And he was like, no, we're not going to battle or nothing. You know what I mean? You're like, all right, let's do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because there's no way I would ever beat him or any of these DJs like that in a battle. Hell no.
Yeah, no, and he looked good, too. He looked like he was in shape.
Oh, yeah.
Still keeping himself up real nice. So.
Well, see, Muggs trains and he diets and he keeps himself fit. He ain't fucking around. Look, this is how sharp he was. Turn that audio up.
Whenever you want to come spin a set.
Here, let me restart it for you. Sorry. Oh, I don't know. The audio's not working right there. My bad.
Oh, my God.
Man,
Bolton, focused, huh?
YouTube will help you solve these problems. Tutorial.
AI, bro.
He's doing he's doing a very precise cut. See, I didn't even know he was gonna do that shit.
I can't hang with. No, we ain't battling. I know. Put your songs on. This is okay.
I got real nervous at that. I got nervous at that moment. I was like, "What?"
He said, "Okay."
I don't got half these skills you got, man.
You still got them baseball shoulders up.
Less drinking water.
Whenever you want to.
All right.
Oh, he did like a little fade out thing going on.
Oh yeah, his cuts are fucking. He still got that shit.
Cuddy rings.
When he spends any time on the turntables, like practicing, he is fucking crazy with it. Yeah, it was good to get on with him. We were just doing little simple ass tricks. I know he went easy on me yesterday because I know what he's capable of. But
Remember that year he folded the record up?
Oh yeah.
And started cutting that way?
Yeah, he got it. He saw Tony G do that, and then he starts. Oh, he did some shit yesterday. It was crazy. See, that's that fucking turntable drifting. Did you notice that on the cut?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening on that left-hand turntable is the cue point, right? Like, so let's say I'm setting it at 12 o'clock, Bobo. On the reins, sometimes the cue points are known to drift ahead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So your start point here is no longer there. It's this way. And so you got to like keep up with that on the cut so it still sounds crispy, right? That shouldn't happen. They don't happen on regular turntables. Sometimes with these digital fucking joints that happens. But this one yesterday, it's going backwards. So if I put the cue point on 12,
it's going
to the 50 or the 55 then the 50. Yeah. So like if I'm bringing it back to cut it here, I got to bring it back extra. So we got to get that turntable worked on because I just noticed it right there in his cut. It was drifting as he's cutting. You know what I mean? Like he's not moving anything here. It's the same motion, but the sample is drifting back.
So there's a lateness.
It's not a lateness. It's like drifting backwards. Instead of drifting forward, it's coming backwards. So he's getting the last part of the sound instead of getting the front part.
So he's got to start.
So the front part is starting here when he cues it, right? But as he's cutting, for some reason, the cue point is moving back.
Creating a lateness when he tries to find it, right?
Yes, slightly. Yes.
Damn.
And so, yeah, we've been having problems with that left turntable.
Damn, Bolton, I told you not to fuck with the turntables, man.
You know, he's trying to practice on the off times.
Practice, man.
Yeah, you got to get practice in. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Glenn Livette.
See, that's what you need to work on, be your spin.
Yeah, you know, I'd get dizzy if I spun like that, man. Yeah, that would make me dizzy. I'd fall right over and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Bobo, you ever get in there?
Oh, man. On the turntable?
Yeah.
Shit. No.
Shit.
I think
let me get this extra.
I think I can do air turntables.
Yeah.
That'd be some funny shit. You know, like if somebody air turntable as opposed to air guitar, right?
You see so many people do that at concerts.
I do that shit in my car on the steering wheel. I do that shit all the time. You kidding?
I got rhythm.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
I know you do. You can keep up with that shit, no problem.
So
I know it to be truthful.
Cali bass swerving.
Yeah, bro. I've been air scratching for a long time.
The air scratch.
Professional air
Only they
scratcher.
could see you then, huh?
What's that?
If only they could see you.
Yeah, right? Shit.
We get big money.
And he said, yeah, I'm fucking it up right now.
Yeah, tearing it up. Especially like 10 Crack Commandments, things like that. Oh, man.
Oh, shit. The mixes that you come up with.
Forget it.
The Clark show.
Yeah.
Man, you know, maybe we should do like the mix one time. You get on, you do a set.
Air scratching set or a real set?
A real set.
Let's do it.
You know?
Yeah.
We
need a coach.
You gotta do a set too then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll do a set.
Yeah.
Cali Blaze does a set.
Well, we should make it into a thing and have a coach. Each one of us have a coach. You know what I mean? Somebody's got to coach us, and then we go in from there.
Oh,
you make it into some content, you know? Just saying.
That can be like
be like, look, Bobo, I need you not to fuck this up.
DJing is hard.
You play this song, and when this part comes on,
you do this.
You scratch this in. It don't fuck that up either.
Don't fuck up.
And every time you fuck up,
Yeah, because DJing is hard, bro. Like, I've tried doing it, but I remember Chris has left his laptop there before when he used to, I'm like, how does this even work, bro? Just lost in a whole nother language.
You know what it is yes, if no one tells you what's what, it does feel like, fuck, how do I get to that? Like, this is crazy. But once somebody sort of puts you on, you can figure it out. And I mean, that's what a lot of these people that go to the beat junkie school for the, to learn how to fucking get on turntables. All it is the information that someone gives you. You know what I mean? And where you take it from there after you get the fundamentals down. Straight up.
And you still have to have the ability. You know what I mean?
Yeah, having the ear and having the ability is also a thing, but
you can get taught how to do stuff. It doesn't mean you have the ability to do it on a level that you might think.
Yeah, there might be some great technical DJs, but they don't necessarily have an ear.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
or you got none of them, you go there and find out, shit, I'm not coordinated enough for this, I don't have the ear for it. Like, good, go try it, but just because you got taught it don't mean you can do it,
To be a DJ is difficult. To play records, not so difficult, because there is a difference between someone playing records and someone DJing.
There's a difference between a DJ and a blender.
Well, that too.
Well,
there's that too.
They can blend records really well and, catch the beat, but
you don't think a blender is considered a DJ?
It's part of DJing.
Part of DJing.
It's definitely part of DJing, but if that's all you do, then that's, you're a mixed DJ.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a playlist guy.
And that's fine. That's fine, because, there are some really good fucking mixers that do, like, some very creative things. Maybe they don't do all the tricks and shit like that, but a true turntablist does all that. Mixes, cuts, the tricks, party rock. They could do a show for an artist. They can, do exhibition style.
Would you say they got to be able to MC?
No, I don't think that's part of it. I think that's extra. If you got the mic work ability, that's great. If you don't, and you got to just stand on your presentation of your shit, there it is. Because some guys are horrible on the mic.
Word.
But when you see their fucking abilities, you're like, God damn.
Depends the application, right? I guess if you're at a certain thing that you need the MC as part of it, but if you're like in a club, you don't need to be on the mic.
Well, shit, even in some New York parties, the DJ wouldn't even be on the mic. It would be the MC on the mic for the DJ.
Right.
That's how all this shit started. So, if you got the ability to do both, it's great. If you don't, it's all good, as long as you're good at one thing, if not the other. Because great DJs, that are mixed DJs, they don't necessarily have to use all the tricks, because realistically, they're trying to be seamless and, from one song to another.
It becomes about song selection at that point.
That too.
How you rock a party.
How you rock that party, baby. If you got them going back to the wall or the bathroom, and everybody's doing that, you lost them.
Yeah. You don't want to be that DJ.
Oh, God.
DJ clear the floor.
DJ clear the floor. That's going to be the hashtag for those DJs.
DJ CDF.
CTF. When you see that happening, a DJ and there's people there, but they're not on the floor, that's CTF, son.
Man.
That's the worst feeling you could have.
Yeah, but you should be able to read it and make an adjustment. All right, let me switch this up real quick.
Some people don't read it. They're playing for themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't do it, man.
Got to play for the room. Do you, but play for the room. You know what I mean? Don't play for yourself or your homeboys.
Don't play for yourself.
Don't play for yourself.
If you're a good DJ, but even though like maybe the crowd might be clearing from the floor, is it good to take requests then at that point or not? Because maybe the audience was like, hey, we want to dance to this stuff.
Hell no.
Okay.
I think the only time a request is there is if it's like your wedding and that's your DJ.
Yes, the only time requests are taken are sweet 16s, quinceañeras, and weddings.
Word. Other than that, step back.
I see Bolton taking requests if he was a DJ.
Yeah, I'll be that iTunes DJ.
He wants to know where to go.
Yeah.
Lead me to the water. I'll help you row there.
Oh, the ladies want this song? Let's play it.
It's at that point, it's fuck a blend.
You gonna start playing Ludacris or what?
Stand up. Did you stay for his show?
I watched I'm on my way out. I heard a few songs. It took a minute to get through that crowd. It was big.
How did you like his first?
It was cool. I was more excited to see Revolution, so I watched their show.
They kicked ass, man. They're good. How about you, Mello? Did you stay for any of that shit?
Stayed to the very end.
So you stayed for Cuddy too?
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
Thought it was garbage.
Yeah.
Damn.
I thought he was straight garbage.
You thought it was
There
garbage?
nothing- that's just my opinion.
Hear that,
garbage,
bro?
yo.
I thought he was garbage, and there was nothing there.
Except for that big statue of him.
That's a nice statue right there.
There was no backup dancers, no DJs, no.
Just him, the screen, and the statue of he.
And I felt the music was very stagnant and lame.
Okay. I feel you. Hey.
I think Luda had great energy. Like I only saw the last, I think maybe 2 or 3 songs, like probably 3 songs, and there was mad energy in the crowd.
Did you watch Luda?
I did.
How'd you feel about that?
I thought he just looked like he came out to play basketball 3-on-3, and
Yeah,
and
he
I
did.
I couldn't help but look at and just go, if you take away the big screens, what's there? Like the music
Bro, he's my
wasn't
size.
enough.
Nothing's
Really?
there.
I just
Because
thought it wasn't
I've seen him go before, and he's like does everything like fucking
He didn't wear the big shoes
No, it's
no.
right there.
or the big arms.
or the big arms. He didn't have that.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know, we
It was
come
hot
from a
out.
different school too, you know,
Yeah.
and I think maybe I'm being a little too crucial. But for those that
Definitely.
really wanted to know my opinion, I wasn't impressed.
All right.
What part was it? You don't think like he sounded good enough, or like what was it that was lacking? You know what I'm saying? Like what do you felt like was missing? And I'm truly curious because I'm usually like you know, like not impressed. But I thought it was pretty fucking good. I thought he sounded pretty good and energetic, and you know,
Yeah.
keeping up with the track,
I think
sounding like
there are too many one-trick pony MCs out there, and I think when you come, like for instance, when you go see Cypress Hill, for instance, you're gonna see Be Real on the timbales, and you're gonna see him do some things.
Right.
And I think that's where I'm more at, maybe.
Yeah, you just
Where I
expect
want to
more.
see a guy more than just hold his Johnson on stage and walk back and forth nowadays. Like I'm in a different place.
You
I
want to
think
see?
it's ever since I started playing percussion myself, like I expect more from you, especially after all of these years. You know?
Even if he wasn't known for it, you know what I'm saying? He's just known to be an MC, not to be fucking playing.
Yeah, I mean, like that. That's the thing.
Did his job, you know.
But I think Melo's more speaking in terms of energy output, body language type shit. You know, when you're just up there walking back and forth with the mic, you're not giving no energy. But like, I mean,
Showmanship.
I've seen, showmanship. Boom, that's the word right there. But I've seen Luda do shows, and he's definitely like animated, and he's sticking the lyrics and shit like
But
that.
some people don't need to do all that to control the room or to project their
No,
energy
you're right.
into the
You're
room.
absolutely right.
There's some people that just have that, you know, and you know, and I also think that the Kid Cudi voice speaks to a different generation too. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like it's kind of hard. Like, I don't see Be Real bumping too much Lil Uzi Vert or you know or you know Kid Cudi as much as compared to I'm assuming that he'd be bumping more Gold School or more lyricist type of artist of this era like a Coyote
Well,
per se.
I bump a little bit of everything, but like
yeah,
you're right. I would not be bumping Uzi Vert or.
It wouldn't
or
be
Cudi.
coming in here like it's like as if like let's say me myself or Pedro
Bolton.
driving in here listening
Right.
to one of these
if
Cudi songs.
yes, if I'm listening to it, it's because I'm listening to it through you guys. But you know, when it's good, I'll say it's good, and when it's trash, I'll say it's trash. I didn't get a chance to see Luda's show this time around. I've seen his show in the past, and he's always delivered and been animated. But he also had a hype man, and they would like sort of run the stage together, you know, and it was more entertaining. I don't know how he did it this night, but
It was just him. But
Oh.
Yeah, and I felt like he was communicating more with the DJ than the audience. Like they was talking back and forth. Hey nigga, did I tell you last week when we did it? We went to the Waffle House. I'm like, come on, my nigga, there's a show going on. You know what I mean?
Well, you know,
The thing I thought about Ludacris, Melo's kind of right, but for me it seemed like Ludacris wasn't there to like give out his greatest concert. He was there just kind of going through the motions.
okay. That being said, I can understand that.
I can understand that too because I saw that from some of the video that I saw.
He was like on some whatever shit.
Right. I have seen
okay.
him before with a hype man, and I think that if you're a solo MC, not every solo MC can just do it by themselves without a hype man and make that shit interesting.
Well, with his type of style, you need a hype man because it's like the delivery is so rapid in some songs and fast. You need a hype man to finish certain lines so you get back on the one, and like you can move around this way. But you know, obviously he didn't have that, and you know, as Bolton and Mello said, it seemed like he was just going through the motions, and that's the show you never want to see.
Hey, sometimes you go to see your favorite team and they wow the fuck out of you, and sometimes they put you to sleep.
True that.
And this time you happen to see the show that you didn't like.
That is a fact.
You know who I thought put on a really good show? Is them kids Revolution or whatever?
Oh, Revolution, they're dope.
Yeah, great.
Did it great.
Yeah,
fucking
that's why they were co-headline.
They have a good they have a great fan base. Like I've been listening to those guys since like high school, man.
No, they're dope. I get down with Revolution.
Have we ever had them on the show?
I believe we did.
Gotta do a smoke buzz.
Yes.
Milli Vanilli had better moves than Kid Cudi did.
Oh man. Yeah, well they were dancers. They were dancers. They
gave
were
more to look at than
Milli Vanilli were entertainers. Let's just say that off the top.
I was like, yo, I didn't see it, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, hey, listen, it happens. You know, you don't have to feel bad because that's how you felt. You know what I mean? Like there was a rapper I seen. Okay, I went to go see this rapper at Prince's Club when he had it Glam Slam. This was in the 90s, late 90s or whatever, or whenever he bought it and flipped it. And I'm not going to say who it was because I'm going to put him on blast like that. But it was someone that everyone was hyped on. Everyone. You know, your rapper's favorite rapper motherfucker like that, right? And when he did his show, all he did was walk around, didn't bob his head to the music. He wasn't animated in any way. He was just kind of going through the motions. And I was mad disappointed because when you hear my dude's records, you're like, damn, this dude is the business. But then when you went to see the show, it was like, needs work.
What are you doing?
Now, today, if you see my man do his shows,
he's still around?
Dope. Amazing. Oh, yeah. He's a legend.
Growing pains.
But I'm saying he learned how to do the shows and flip the shows and become a dope entertainer as opposed to like staying in this like I'm just gonna walk around
one trick pony mode.
Yeah. Which I don't like either, Mello. I don't like the one trick pony. I feel like you got to like be, if you want people to be into your music, you have to be into your music. You can't just be going through the motions. That's like if I just went on stage with Send Dog and I delivered all my rhymes and didn't make one move. I'm just standing there.
Mad.
You know, like,
yeah.
How is anybody else going to get into it if I'm not into it, right?
That part.
Unless you're Dave Blunt's a fucking big pun, you ain't got no reason to not be.
Hey, Dave
right.
got in the gym, dog.
Right. Yeah, you know, Big Pun was the only one who had an excuse not to be moving up there.
Word up. And he fucking killed it, so nobody gave a shit if he moved or
but
not.
Even then, though, like some of those people, like I said, due to their situation, just imagine if they were fit. How could they command the room like that? But them still being handicapped, that's a big energy right there. Some people just have that, like for a Big Pun or even for like, I'm not going to give that much credit to Dave Blunt's, but the dude fucking has his fan base, and they go nuts when they see this fat ass dude, and it's fucking crazy how.
Yeah, this shit is crazy.
Yeah, bro. I mean,
That's wild.
He got in the gym. He got himself a trainer. I'm not gonna knock him on that, bro. Shout out to him.
Well, look, people want to root for the big guys because they want to, they want him to do better. They want to see it. You know what I mean?
Story of triumph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never heard of this guy.
And the guys that try, man, salute, man, because you can do it. You just got to put forth the effort and whatever you got inside you to fucking move towards those goals, man.
Somebody said this. They're like, oh, man, how come it's not? It's like, I've been saying this fitness shit you're saying for the longest. And I'm just like, yeah, bro, but it's not as interesting when you say it, bro. You've been skinny. It's inspiring when a fat guy goes from being fat to skinny. Everybody wants to hear what he said. Because they want to know how the fuck he did it. If you,
right.
Yeah,
fat,
nobody gives a fuck, bro.
Damn, homie, you blowing up.
Yeah. Straight up. Like, if I was always, like, fucking fit, like, yeah, it would be a fucking thing talking about it, but I know I blew the fuck up for a minute. You know what I mean? And I had to shave all that shit right the fuck off. And
people
I know what it took to do that.
That's the success.
When my daughter was being born, well, she was, my girl was pregnant with my daughter. She was eating peanut butter and and banana bacon bit sandwich.
Oh, the crazy
thing.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there eating banana bacon bit sandwiches my damn self. So I ballooned up, I don't know, to 250, 255.
Yeah.
Easy. It was so hard to shed all that shit afterwards.
Bro, that shit is hard.
Man, I was at 246 at my biggest.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
And,
not bad.
And yeah,
It depends on your height,
You didn't
bro.
see the. You didn't
No, I'm
see the.
short.
You didn't see the pictures, bro.
It went all to the wrong spot.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
it's not until recent they stopped using that picture of you, bro.
Yeah, they stopped.
Yeah,
Probably because we're talking about it. all
people
the
get
time.
so
Like,
pissed, dog. Every time they'll
I would
get
be
booked for
pissed.
something,
they'd be
use this
using
fucking
my fat
picture.
photo. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Do me better than
I
that.
don't look like that no more.
I don't look like that.
But I was bigger, man. I was like, whoo.
Big
The
ones.
one thing I promised myself I would never do was let myself get big like that.
Yeah.
And then I found myself big like that. I was
Because
like,
it's easy to get big like
I think it's because when you go through like a transformation like that, not only do you acquire the skill to be disciplined, but you also learn your lesson that how much effort is put into something like that.
I gotta
And
say,
and
Man,
how
it was
hard
partying,
it
a lot
really
of partying and just eating whatever and
at late night,
and everything like that.
Yeah.
You do that.
touring makes it hard.
You do that consistently, you're gonna blow up.
I'd be second thinking about it sometimes
Yeah.
when I be walking, it's like past 8 o'clock and you're just like, man, we just want ice cream. And it's just like, nah, bro, hell no, it's not worth it. You're gonna wake up at 5:30. I mean, sometimes you might slip up, but
If you're doing that all the time, yes, then you got a problem. You know, well, you don't got a problem, but it's gonna be harder to get that weight off. But like if you're doing it every now and then, that's not gonna harm you because now and then it doesn't do you the harm. It's the frequency that does you the harm.
And like you said, between the touring and the sleeping patterns, right? Because if you're in New York one day and then from there you go to like Costa Rica, right? You're now 13 hours ahead, and you got to think about what time are you, whatever it is.
Yeah, wrong country.
Whatever.
What the heck?
I know you're the logistics technical guy,
Like
but
2,
do the
3
math
hours.
later. And then you got to think about, okay, what time is it in LA? Because normally I'm asleep at this time, but why am I?
Well, yeah, you have to adapt.
Right.
that's how I felt in Japan, bro, because the time that I would be asleep here, I would be out there be like, whoop, time to eat a steak. Time to eat Wagyu beef. But I mean, at the same time though, I was also on top of my shit where I'm like, if I'm gonna play with these hours, even though I should be asleep and I'm eating right now, I also have to make sure I walk all this off. All right, I gotta get all that, and it was very tiring. I'm not gonna lie, it was very tiring for like a place like that you have such a time difference. If you're not going out there to get that bag and you're going for vacation, I definitely recommend you staying a good amount of time for you to fully enjoy it and adapt.
You go there, it's what, 9, 10 hours? Like Europe is, I think, 9 hours. Most countries from California, I think it's a 9-hour difference.
I think it's
Germany.
12 or 16.
Yeah.
In
What, Japan?
Yeah.
Well, that would be even worse. What I'm saying is, like, if it's exactly opposite, 12 hours, when you're awake, your body, even if you sleep, people say, oh, sleep on the plane. Your body has a natural rhythm. It doesn't matter that you slept on the plane. Your body still knows it's X time.
That it's in fucking
Correct.
sleeper. What is it called? Sleep screen mode.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Your body still, what do they call that? Circadian rhythm or something
Yeah.
like that? Your body has that rhythm and it knows. So it's like, that's the hard part. It's not sleeping on the plane. It's getting your body to say, wait. It's fucking obvious.
Yeah, I'm in a different time zone.
You know what helps?
Getting your body to let go and shut down. You got to adapt quick though, because if you don't, it's fucked up.
Sometimes you need a little help, bro.
Yep.
Oh, don't go
Good
there.
old Mr. Capsule.
Yeah, you could do that.
That you want.
Just don't take none of Bobo's.
All of us.
Go
More
be over fucking dosed right there.
Nah, I learned my lesson about taking high dosage on that airplane.
Yeah,
Like
no.
a trip to Japan when I was scared, bro. I was melting. It was the worst.
I wasn't scared. It was more that it was affecting my fucking equilibrium because it was so fucking heavy, especially as we were taking off.
You were not,
It hit me at the wrong time.
You were not a stranger to the dosage. You were used to that dosage. It was the altitude and all of that stuff.
Cabin pressure.
Because it was hitting me as we were taking off, like literally.
Yeah.
I thought it would hit me later. It hit me like, because we were taking it as we were like boarding the plane, like literally walking on the plane. We're like, here, boom, okay, here. And so we sat there for what it was, in between 20 and 40 minutes, before we start taxiing on the fucking runway. And as we're taxiing, I start feeling it. I'm like, oh shit, it's fucking coming right now. And then as we're fucking taking off, it starts to really hit me. And then it's like making me go through it. My body temperature went up, the whole shit. I was
like, oh no.
Fucking sweating bullets, B.
Yours was at least timed better. My timing was way off. We were going to Thailand, and this is when there was direct flight from LAX to Thailand. It was like 21 hours or something ludicrous. I'm like, oh my God. I took one of those Corova black bars, but I took it.
The 1,000 milligram one?
1,000 milligrams.
It's fucking
to sleep.
hit,
I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take one of these black bars, and I'm just going to sleep the whole flight. My shit hit before I went through TSA, bro. When I went through TSA, I was going through what you were going through in the seat through there. Dripping sweat, heart beating, like straight basically anxiety attack.
You know, they can stop you and ask you.
Did,
hey,
bro.
can you still get those?
Hey, listen. I'll tell you what, as hell as that may have gone through, like the hell you went through going through TSA, trust that you don't want it as you're taking off. Like, you don't want it hitting while you're taking off.
Yeah.
You don't, because you went that bank. When it banked to make that turn, bro, I almost lost my shit, bro. Like, the fucking the flight attendant saw me going through it. I didn't ask for no water. She fucking came, put it right there.
Yeah.
Here, sir. I'm like,
they know.
Thank you.
They know, dude. They know when you're going through it.
I was trying to meditate out of it. I was doing deep breathing exercise to try to meditate out of it. Nah. Head was going like this. Oh my God.
Have you tried one of those bars that they showed on TV right now?
I ain't fucking doing no bars with Bobo as I get on the plane
No,
again.
that 1,000 milligram bar was really.
No.
I think that company was the reason they had to put such strict regulations on edibles, because Corova for a while those go back to that.
Not everybody can do 1,000 milligrams.
Those right there, bro, you were in, and the reason I asked is because I would fucking love to get my hands on maybe like 5 of these just to have them, because it is such an intense high, but at the same time, you eat half of that shit is fun, bro. Like, that shit is fun.
Well, let me tell you what, man. Off the plane, yes. On the plane, not so fun.
I'm not on the plane. I'm saying, like, hey, man, if I'm gonna music festival,
yeah,
like Cali Vibes Revolution set, 500 milligrams in would have been great. I would have been sitting there on the stairs, like, damn, bro, this is fucking.
Yo, let me.
Hey, listen, it took me 40 minutes to even out, right? In that 40 minutes, had we done any dips, with turbulence, I'd have been fucked. Because it was tough.
Yo, did you look back at me to see how I was?
I did. You were asleep, knocked out like a fucking baby. I'm like, this motherfucker right here. I laughed even. I even chuckled as I was going through it. I'm all pale and sweaty. I couldn't take my shit off. I'm on a plane. I look back. I'm like, look. He's like,
oh man, you couldn't strip.
No, I couldn't strip on the plane. No, it wasn't gonna do that. No.
Oh man.
What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something, or did you forget?
Yeah, I forgot.
You ever seen those? Sometimes, because the doctor's office, they have the most expensive magazines, bro. When you're sitting in the office, like, they have the most expensive magazines. And I remember I was looking into one of them. I was like, damn, how come I never see commercials for these flights over here? Dog, Emirates or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
They got a shower in the plane, bro.
Singapore
for first
Airlines.
class. Singapore. I flew in Singapore. Singapore is baller.
No,
It's very luxurious and it's very expensive.
Some of those are $50,000 a flight.
Have you ever been on one of those plane rides, B-Real?
I was going to be on Emirates with these guys when we went somewhere in the world, but I ended up on not going on that flight.
That's to yourself, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, that's to your own cabin,
So
dog.
I missed out on the luxurious flight.
You went in it?
Emirates has some baller shit like that.
You been on that, Bobo?
Yeah, he was on that kind of a thing that had his own shower, had his own lounge.
You took a shower in there?
Everything like that. No, there I didn't take a shower. I didn't need to take a shower.
I'm not lying. Like, if it's your own cabin, like, if it's not like a community thing, and
You
like
would
this
have
is my
took
own
a shower
cabin,
just to take a
just
shower.
to be like, yo, it's the first time I ever took shower in the middle of the air.
Yeah,
yeah.
bro. No, for
Just
real.
to get it off. Just to get it
All
off.
right.
Yeah,
I hear you.
List that shit up.
Yeah, because, bro, I mean, that's just an expensive-ass flight, so I don't know for what occasion I would be in there besides either, like, let's just say a really dope vacation or I'm out there, maybe there's a bag in play or something. I don't know, but...
I mean, that's the only way you'd be getting on a $50,000 fucking...
Yeah, the bag.
I look
better be a
Well,
bag.
they have a bar inside of there, too?
Yeah.
No, they ball up there.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a bar area. It's crazy. Like Emirates, Singapore, El Al, trying to think of, those are known for having shit like that. Like you still can go hang out at the bar, have your own little cabin, not just your little cubby, your own fucking master bedroom.
Yeah, overseas flights, you know,
yeah,
you'll see some crazy shit on certain airlines. All right, where are we at here? Today's National German Chocolate Day.
Okay, German chocolate cake.
Okay, that
German chocolate cake.
That's some good shit.
Okay, what's that yellow?
It's very
stuff on
rich,
top?
but I like this cake.
That coconut?
Is it like butterscotch or what is that?
It's coconut and something else. What is it, Cali Blaze?
I don't know.
I feel like you know.
I don't. You don't? I'm into baking. No, I'm not.
Oh my God.
Down too much with the baking. I love it, but I don't really
Some of
do
these
that.
cakes are very rich, and it's like some of them are worth indulging, but you really the calorie count.
Take
like,
a small piece.
Yeah, like you gotta take like a little esquina real
Take
quick.
a little small piece. Don't be fucking overdoing it. It's also National Corn on the Cob Day.
Love that.
Let that corn.
And it's National Making Life Beautiful Day. I wish that more people would actually engage in making life beautiful, because there's some motherfuckers dedicated to making life miserable.
Bolton.
And may I say this without hesitation, fuck ICE. You know, just like that. More fuck shit happening, as we all know. Bozo shit, to say the least. And bozo shit to the motherfuckers in this city that are looting, you know, stores in their own fucking neighborhoods and burning shit down, giving these dickheads the excuse to come and fucking regulate the city.
Yeah, stop
Yeah,
fucking it up.
Yeah, y'all, you playing into the hands of the golden calf. Don't do that. Protest peacefully. Don't be a dickhead.
Yeah, I never really understood what like robbing, looting an Apple store.
It's just opportunity.
What is it?
Yeah, that ain't protesting.
Or a
What does
Nike
that
store.
do for what part of the protest?
I'm all for that shit, but not for the fuck shit.
Right.
Y'all got to stop it. They're over here putting curfews here downtown because y'all asses stop it.
Yeah. Which can I add on?
Yeah.
Thanks to the curfew, our show will be tomorrow in the morning instead of at night, because we don't want to fuck around and find out. So
You got to wake up for his show, all right? You know what I'm saying?
The wake and bake will be like it was today, at 9:30 to 11:30. So.
Wake up.
Yes. More of the fuck show that we, didn't want tickets to. All right. What else? Did you know today is the birthday of Frank Beard, drummer for ZZ Top, born on this day in 1949.
Frank Beard. He was the only one without a beard.
Yeah, he's the only one that, well, he's got a beard now, but it's a little small, goatee in comparison to the
ZZ Top.
the ZZ Top wizard beard. Was that what we would call it? A wizard beard?
The guitar spin was like timeless.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That is to this day. I wonder if Steph Tone has a guitar that he can do that with.
I don't think Steph Tone would ever spin his guitar, but I think he appreciates the move.
Yeah, that was a dope move right there.
Bolton, how come you can't grow a beard like that? You look like the guy on the right.
I probably could grow a beard like that. I just don't want to.
Yeah, no.
Oh
So
yeah,
that
sure.
seems
We all don't
annoying.
want to. I could grow hair too. I just don't want to.
He would look like a straight
I
up.
just shaved this morning. I'll probably have to shave tomorrow as well.
He'd look like a hillbilly if he came in like
Like a big gnome.
Have you ever grown out a beard before, old Bolton? Like,
Nothing big or anything like that. You guys have probably seen me with like little
sideburns?
beard scruff. The sideburns I've always grown out. But no, the beard, that just gets annoying.
Sideburns.
Hey,
bring them back.
Hey, how about the irony of that his name is Beard and he didn't have one, but the other two guys
That's what I'm
did.
saying.
Yeah, he looked like he was like he was a big Wham type of fan. Like he belonged to the Wham group, not this group. Cause he looked, you know what I'm saying?
Looked whammy.
Yeah, bro. Looked a little Joe Exotic-y.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll put him in the middle.
He
though.
really is.
Weirdness.
Oh, look at those suits though, man. Those are badass suits. I would rock that suit.
But the thing is, like back in the day when it was out, you know, he seemed like he fit a little more with the whole clothes look.
He fit a little bit more back in the day because he used to wear these crazy ass glasses and he had like almost like a Jerry curl, mullet Jerry curl style hairdo that he had.
And that picture right there is like,
that'll do him justice.
What are you doing?
It's like the David Lee Roth cut right now. Did you know in 1960 Tony Moore decided to quit the Beatles? Bad move, Tony.
Tommy.
Moved over and let Ringo come in.
Now you're out.
Could I get back in, mate?
No, mate.
You're out.
He never got in another band?
No, I don't know. But he didn't get back in the Beatles.
You got you're like a scorned woman at that point. You know?
Well, if he quit, he's got nothing to be scorned about. If they fired him, that's when you have an issue. You can't blame them for their success if you quit.
But you could still be salty at yourself and be like, damn, I really fucked that up.
You said it right there. You could still be salty at yourself.
Yeah, like I'm not going to say you're going to be like, oh, you guys let me go, mate. But it's just like, damn, I'm such an idiot.
Yes. You would have to say, I'm an idiot. You're right. You're right.
That can't get.
But some people don't want to accept blame on
accountability.
themselves. Yeah, and accountability. So they'll blame it on the other. Oh, it was their fault. They made it impossible. Fuck out of here. All right.
He was a forklift driver, and during the tour, he ended up getting picked up by the Beatles, and then during the tour, he was injured, lost his front teeth when the band's van, driven by Gentle, had a minor accident.
Ooh.
He's saying Lennon and the Scottish organizer of the tour took him to the hospital, insisted that he perform with the rest of the group. After he returned to Liverpool, Moore had already decided that he had enough of Lennon when he did not appear for a gig one night, and he went back to his normal job.
Oh, well.
He didn't like the rock star lifestyle, man.
He wouldn't have made it anyway then.
Did he get his 2 front teeth, though?
Yeah,
but he got his teeth busted out. But you know what? I don't want to hear that. Because guess what? The 2 front teeth that I have, you know, the bottoms of them got broken at a concert in Scotland. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Microphone, bang, bashed my 2 fucking bottom of my teeth out on TV, no less.
You got the teeth out there, or you waited to come back?
No, I had to wait to come back. So, you know, it was in Ireland actually, not Scotland, right? And, you know.
It's up there.
Yeah, I went through that whole tour with my 2 front teeth fucking broke.
Luckily, the lip hit it, right? You couldn't really see it.
God, yeah, you know, no, you could tell.
You're fitting in fine, lad.
I looked Irish pretty much, you know, at that point. I looked like, you know, like people be in fights out there and shit.
That's what I'm saying.
You go to England, you had an A-grade smile with those teeth.
Yeah,
saying.
Like the Matthew cover guy.
But that did, you know, it didn't make me want to quit doing what we were doing. I didn't get traumatized by it.
Right.
But the fact that that happened to him and then he didn't want to deal with John Lennon's attitude, it's like Cali Blaze said, it wasn't built for the shit. You know? All right, rest in peace, though. Did you know it is the birthday of our homie, Felipe Esparza, born on this day in 1976.
Happy birthday, fool.
Damn.
Happy birthday,
man.
How old is he, 60?
58. 48.
Happy birthday, fool.
He's 49.
49.
Word.
49. He's a Yemeni. All right.
Flowing mane.
It all makes sense.
That fool is funny to kick it around.
Yeah, he's hilarious. That's the bro. We got to get him back up in here.
Bring it.
And did you know that Pedro is going to love this? Because it's the birthday of Kodak Black.
KB.
Born on this day in 1997.
Jesus.
You know, he admitted recently to having a meth addiction?
Yeah, I remember Pedro saying something like that.
Oh, wow. So he went.
He was
into
tweaking.
Dope. Oh, okay. Yeah, those eyes. He had them tweak her eyes.
Dude, when you have those like yellow eyes, like a healing bruise, those are drug addict eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
but it's the bulging too. Like in some of the videos, you'd see him. He had that like eye popping, like homie Lefty, whatever, bro. Like him too. You look at him, he's always geeking out. Like every time the camera's on him, like they don't even try to hide it. It's like, damn, how bad is it?
Well,
it'd be like that.
Let's hope he gets some help.
Definitely.
And did you know On this day in 2002, Atmosphere dropped God Loves Ugly.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, salute to Atmosphere. We're going to be seeing him this summer, along with the Far Side. Tickets available for this tour. Go to cypresshill.com, check the calendar, find out where to get the tickets, because they're available. Boom, there's a fucking these are the European shows coming up, but the ones we're talking about is in August.
Oh, we got a lot.
God damn, yeah.
Yeah, Bobo, we working.
You get your IV drips when you're out there.
We're going to definitely do that. I started with a hash hole, and I'm probably going to end with another hash hole. Thanks to Cali Blaze, you can get these hash holes at caliblaze.net. Fresh drops on Cali Blaze. 4 new small strains, 5 new exotics. Deals site-wide on solventless hash, flour, and premium hash holes.
Hey, we actually got a 2-ounce special right now, too. It's like, I think it's $169 an ounce when you buy 2. So definitely jump on that. That ain't going to last.
Boom, bang. Go to caliblaze.net. Use BREALTV at checkout for the discount code. Awesome. It is awesome. And we're about to open up the doors to the Insane Asylum. That means, y'all, if you got a comment, question, shout out, suggestion, let's pop it off.
Welcome to the Insane Asylum.
707 is asking, do you think drummers are naturals at DJing?
I think they'll have the ability to be better quicker.
Yeah.
But to just assume they're naturally good at something else is crazy. But if they do have that technical ability, there's no reason why they shouldn't be able
to. I feel like Boba would be able to snap into it.
Probably. But if he didn't, that wouldn't be crazy either.
He would have to really want to learn it.
Yeah, I would think it's like hit or miss. It's like when people think, oh, like, you know how to freestyle like crazy, like get on a beat, and then you put those people on a beat, and it's crippling.
Yeah. I mean, you have to want to learn it. Realistically, I mean, Bobo showed me how to play congas, back in 92 or something like that, 93. And he gave me a few fundamental things, right? And I kept playing from that time to now and learned some things along the way. And as he saw me progressing, he would like add a little thing here, add a little thing there. And now I can play. Not like Bobo by any means, not even fucking close to that. That's like, Muggs on the turntables and me on the turntables.
How do you teach you
I could get down, but I can't get down like the guy who taught me, right? That's plain and simple. But because I wanted to learn it, every lesson he taught me, I absorbed it and practiced on it from the simple techniques he told me in the first place, and then the paradiddles to get control of your hands, and I absorbed that. I practiced it. I'd practiced it at home, not just on tour. And whenever we get a chance to fuck around, I'll play some shit. Like at let's just say our rehearsals. Like sometimes I'll get on the drums and sometimes I'll get on percussions and we're fucking around and, but that's because I wanted to learn how to play. And Bobo taught me enough to where, I could get down a little bit. Same thing with the turntables. I absorbed the same shit that, others taught me on the turntables, like certain little practices to do on both hands so that you're not one hand heavy. That's because I wanted to learn it. And I think if you really want to, you apply it. If it's something that, you assume you might be good at it, that's not the thing. You have to want to fucking do it and want to be good at it and put that fucking time into it. That's
not only that. I mean, aside from that, it makes you a more well-rounded musician. I think you start to hear things differently. Whereas before you didn't care what the mix was really doing coming out of any particular song. Now you start listening to the mixes differently.
Right.
You hear instruments that are being panned in and panned out, left to right, some left in the middle.
Yeah,
and you hear that more.
Gives you perspective. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, had Bobo not taught me how to play, I would not be interested in the drums and how it works. It'd just be like, okay, give me Give me the fucking track and let's go.
What kind of teacher was he? Like, was he
Asshole.
Was he like Alec Baldwin? He's like, oh
Asshole.
wait, B conga.
Asshole.
He's like ABC.
Asshole.
No, don't believe that.
Gave you a Glengarry.
He was patient, and he corrected me when he saw me doing shit backwards, because I did that at first. You know, like when you're learning to play with both hands, it's the right hand placements on the right movements, and I was doing them backwards. And it's easy to get caught up in a bad habit, and then you ain't never gonna, be able to progress past those bad habits. And he corrected my bad habit and showed me the actual way that the patterns go with the hands, you know what I mean? And shit. Again, that's why I could probably play with the band, at least rhythm. I can't do all the crazy
the fills.
I could do fills, but not like the way you hear Bobo's and guys on his level do fills. But I could definitely do them.
The thing that is crazy is that when you'll do a fill or do something and it's kind of off, and then you'll look up at me, and I'm looking already at you, like, all right, I heard that, right?
Because I knew it was off.
Yeah.
I looked at you
right
to see if you caught it, because I know I caught it. I did it. But when I'm on, I also look over there to see if you heard that.
And then I was like,
did you hear that, motherfucker?
Yeah, that's right. I give you props.
Yeah, no, you do.
I do. Right there on the spot.
There's a couple of these every now and then.
But
when I get it, when I land it, when I stick the landing, yes, you do give me mine. I say that.
I give you flowers.
Yeah.
All right, Andres is saying, hey, Blaze, any experience with McNulty's Coffee in New York City?
No. Actually, the only McNulty I knew was from The Wire.
He's saying,
right.
That's the only McNulty.
Yeah.
That looks like a little hole in the wall, though.
Yeah, it's probably old. Those are old signs,
He's saying it's
bro.
been around since 1895,
There you
and
go.
they got great coffee flavors from all over.
Amazing.
They probably got a tunnel under there, bro.
We'll have to try it when we're there next.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah,
you could just
I would
look at
try
it and
that.
tell that's antique, like that's old.
Where is this?
Look. I have no idea. I can't see any addresses.
Let me get it up here.
Got to look it up.
Hey, whoa.
There you go.
New York.
New York.
Christopher Street.
Oh wow, that's Gay Town. I'm just saying, I don't mean that in a bad way. That's
Greenwich Village.
Oh yeah, that Christopher Street is right in the. It's in the village, right?
Yeah.
there. And that's where. If you guys know the riots, did you hear about like the riots, the Stonewall riots back in the day?
Yeah.
That was that like Christopher Street now, right next to was Gay Street, and literally. But that's where the riots happened. Was I think in the 70s or something like that.
Right. All right.
Charlie, tune in here saying, be real. Can we get an Elephants on Acid instrumental release? Saying it's a ripper.
That's not, it's
a
not,
ripper.
It's not a bad idea. No, it is a dope album. Like if, even with instrumental. You never know. It's possible.
Tomorrow, dude.
Yep.
Tomorrow.
At
this time.
Karina saying, with all the F shit going around in L.A. and the U.S. in general, just want to say stay safe, fam, and F ICE. Also, Canada would welcome Cali with open arms if y'all wanted to leave that shit show behind.
I don't know about Canada welcoming us because Canada don't be wanting no fucking Americans.
It depends on what kind of American.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, Vancouver would be a nice place because it's like the West Coast.
Expensive.
Yeah, but still.
BC,
I mean, you
that-
live in California.
Word up.
Yeah,
And
true
BC
that.
is beautiful.
Shit. California is one of the most expensive places to live, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I have to ride it out. I was born and raised. Know what I'm saying? I got to ride it out.
Karina's also saying, I've yo-yoed weight my whole life. Gaining is easy. The loss is what takes work. Getting older doesn't help. And Bobo is right. Life on the road doesn't help. I'm definitely ready for a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
You got to learn to adapt because the body doesn't, take in what it did, the same like when you were 25, you know what I mean? So you got to listen to your body. If you keep on with the hard living, it's going to catch up to you really quick.
You got to develop better habits.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? And that's kind of hard to do when you're stuck in your ways, but it's not impossible. you could change it straight up. And then it's got to be like a thing where you're not changing it for a temporary time. This is what you're doing. This is a part of your lifestyle now.
It is your lifestyle.
Yes, because it is. It has to be. It has to be a part of you. You know, like the way I say with working out. You know, I don't maybe work out like I used to 5 days a week, like lifting all heavy, but I dedicate myself to 3 to 4 days a week and constantly doing that shit. And that is a part of my life. It's not something I do temporary as a temporary fix, which some people do. They're like, oh, I'm going to start working out. And then they get to the point where they might want to get or even halfway there, and they stop. And then they got to fucking start all over again when they let go and they start, you know, sort of going back into bad habits. You got to sort of swing that shit and make that shit a part of your life so that it's not a thing you have to keep going back to. It's something you already do because it's better for your health to be doing this shit.
If you didn't travel, you'd probably, like, I've been 5 days a week for at least 20 years already working out. Like, don't miss it. The only thing that changed is weight. You know, forget weights. Like, I don't care about weight.
You don't need heavy weight.
Not at all. It's more about repetitions and form.
You could even use bands.
Bands are phenomenal. Resistance training, like I do that a lot because as you get older, your body hurts from that shit and it doesn't need it in order to get strong and stay healthy. So, yeah, resistance training is awesome. And the more that you could do it, like just even if you're just doing cardio, just keep yourself active as much as you can.
It's better on your joints.
Yep.
The resistance bands.
Oh, for sure. Instead of the weight.
Yeah.
And especially people who do like barbell, like for bench press. Man, I ain't touched that shit in literally over 10 years because the amount of pain it puts into your rotator cuffs and all, you don't need that. Use dumbbells and then do your chest with dumbbells and use the what's it called, the cables. You know, cables are great. It's like a band, but not a band.
Yep.
When you guys were on like tour bus and everything, were you guys able to like meal prep at all, or do you guys have to go out for every meal?
No, you most likely. Well, look, if the venue has catering, then you're dependent on the catering at the venue, and if not, then you got to sort of fend for yourself, and you're eating out every day, and you try to make good choices so that you're not eating shit that's not good for you. Every now and then you have a cheat day though, so you'll go to a place that, you know, you're going to indulge a little bit, but for the most part, we'd like try to be mindful of where we're going if we got to go out.
Yeah, and you got to keep in mind that the later that you get to eat, the slim pickings, you know,
of what's available.
The Taco Bell.
Well, you know, because a lot of people are used to eating after the show, right? Like they'll be the writer and then, you know, whatever after show meal because that's something that you're due. You don't have to take that after show meal though. That it's there because, you know, it's yours and it's available and some people eat it. But I try not to eat that late shit. Like if I'm eating anything, it might be a salad or something very light. But I try not, like if I didn't eat it before the show, like 2 hours before, I'm not eating after 11 or 12 anymore, where I used to do that in my 20s and 30s and even in some of my 40s, like fucking having to deal with that. And that it was not, it doesn't work for your body well. You know what I'm saying? So I learned to have the discipline on the road to not be eating heavy at all after a show that's late. Or even, like, let's just say we go on at 11. I'm not eating right before that. I'm eating like at fucking 6 or 7. And I'm good for the rest.
Yep.
What's the closest you'll eat before? Like an hour before?
2
hours.
2.
Now, if I need something, like if I feel like depleted, I'll have a fucking shake. We'll, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a meal replacement, so I don't got to eat a fucking full meal. I'll just do a shake as a meal replacement at the end, you know, and it works for me.
Yeah.
Man, there was a time we did a little mini tour somewhere in the States, and every show, after show food was Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oof. Oh, those were the early days.
The Kentucky Fried Chicken every night. Buckets.
Hey,
buckets.
I feel like that was on every hip hop group's rider in the beginning. If it wasn't Kentucky Fried Chicken, it was fucking pizza.
Yeah, either one.
Popeyes. Shit.
Or Popeyes, whatever was in the area, but it was that.
Delicious. So bad for you, but damn, was it good?
Seriously, it like whatever shows we went to in the early and mid 90s, like that we were invited to, like that we went to, including our own KFC or pizza. There was no healthy shit. And also, although the KFC was delicious back then, it was definitely not good for you. And eating it night to night.
Night to night.
Yeah.
Christ.
That's young people one shit, little tray of assorted.
Nah, none of us knew better then.
None of it.
You know what I mean?
All those tomatoes got rotten.
This is what these street kids eat. That's all they thought. So let's give them fucking chicken and pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't till later where we start growing up and we learn we need better fuel in our system. And we start learning that we have a rider and what we could put on it and all that shit.
Yeah. Gone are now the cases of Budweiser and all that shit. It's nah.
I don't do none of that shit. No. We might have a tequila bottle or something like that, but because we'll all take a shot before the show and a shot after. For unification purposes, look each other in the eyes. Because when you do a cheers, you should all be looking each other in the eye. Shouldn't be somebody doing this. No, it should be everybody locked in. That's how we do it. Anyway, yeah, man, everybody got a different rider though. Anyway, push it on.
Mike is saying, B, love the splash. He's saying, Onyx Slam, let's effing go.
Mm-hmm. These are my bros right here. My brothers, I'm always glad to represent them. Hardcore hip-hop at its finest. Bar spitters. Stage flippers.
Robert is saying, yo, you guys should have a LA graffiti legend OG Slick on your show.
That's my bro right there. I will definitely reach out to Slick. I just got to see when he's got time because he's a busy dude.
Bring it.
But I say he's sat there with Destroy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, maybe he's got time to come in now. Gotta hit him up.
Does he go way back or what?
Oh, yeah, we've known Slick for a very long time. Bad dude.
Got to be here when Steph Tone's here.
Oh, yeah. Steph Tone will love this. He appreciates fine art, son.
All that lettering to me is just wild how they can do that. They just bust it out so fast.
Yeah.
Like when they're just spraying.
Yeah. True that, man.
Jeff is saying Ludacris is one of the guys that never aged. He always looked young for decades. It seems like he ages backwards.
He takes care of himself, man. Dude works out, diets. Shit, I remember he was putting some of his workouts up on his IG when he was like really into his fitness. So yeah, I think he's got a good regimen, man.
Yeah, I'm not saying nothing about his appearance or anything like that.
I don't think they were
make fun of his height.
I don't think they were referencing you right there or what you said. I think it's just that he stays in shape. He's one of the guys that stays on it. That's a fucking tough one. I got to tell you right there because that's core and strength together. Ugh. Yeah, that's ugly right there.
Instead of bike rides, you guys should do this.
Yeah, let's do the bike ride. Let's go. Everybody got to go,
Tom's like, please, guys.
5 miles like this.
Damn.
1 mile like that is a bitch.
A block like that is a bitch.
Yeah, a block.
10 feet is a bitch. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I probably would because I would torture myself in this way. But, yeah, that does not look fun.
Big shout to Johnny. Thank you so much for the super chat. Marbell in here saying, real chill in 92 Bobo. What was it like working on 16 Men?
It was cool. I thought the beat was slapping that Muggs hit us with right there. And, yeah, Bobo did the backgrounds on that.
Yep.
That people thought it was Sen, but, at this point, Sen was kind of like away from the group for a slight minute. So Bobo did the backgrounds, and yeah, man, this is just when we were cutting motherfuckers up. Anyone we thought that was in some disrespectful mode right there. We was just carving them up right there. You know, on the low key tip because we didn't want to give anybody any fame at all.
And you should do that in the set.
I can. I just got to memorize it and be like,
at least a verse and a hook.
Yeah, man. I could do it.
Good idea.
Come on, I dare you. You're the musical director.
We can do it.
I dare you.
We're gonna do it. Next show.
Next show.
Tomorrow.
In 5 minutes. Next.
He's also saying, shout out to the Morning Shot Crips. That'd be Ray Ray. And,
It's all right.
He's saying Bobo is a better rapper than Colton. I would agree with that. I've heard Bobo on those backup vocals before. Bobo can spit fire.
You know, but no one could do all the states like how you did it. You know.
Yeah, I'm opening up for you guys at the Minnesota State Fair doing that.
Yeah, you coming?
yeah, I'll be there.
All right,
see
man.
what's up.
You come through with your crew, beer darts, everything.
Beer darts.
The whole crew. I want to see you like how you do it with your whole crew.
Peyote and beer darts.
That's right. We'll have a special spot for you backstage, you and the whole crew. You know, however much room you need for your beer darts.
Hey, I got a name for their crew, the Soda Bros. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, fire.
Soda Bros, fire. Beer darts and peyote.
I don't think that would go too well.
Yeah, I don't
Those
think
darts
so.
would end up in somebody.
Yeah. Surprised you ain't got a story about it.
No, I do.
I knew it.
Ian here's saying, do you guys just take caffeine pills? He's saying, do you guys ever take those?
No.
Caffeine pills? Why?
Yeah,
Where they at, though?
instead of like having coffee?
No.
I could use some caffeine right now.
It would
they
probably
at?
be better for our teeth, though. Your teeth would be less stained if you did rock caffeine pills over the coffee. But I like the taste of the coffee.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Caffeine
I
don't do
don't
shit.
give a fuck about the caffeine. It really doesn't do nothing for me. But I like the taste of the coffee, much like weed, right?
Yeah.
There's different coffees that taste a certain way, right? And I could give a fuck if it's got caffeine or not.
Right.
Sometimes I'll have a decaffeinated one if it's got that flavor, right? Because really, it's about the flavor to me. It's again much like weed.
Not really doing much to you. It's just the taste.
Yeah,
Enjoy the
it's-
process of it.
It all takes a lot to get me high, but I like the flavor, so I don't mind smoking a lot of it.
Smoke.
Coffee
Okay.
don't do shit to me till it's too much. Like, I don't feel nothing until I drink too much of it. Like, when I drive
Right, same here.
all the way up north, I'll drink like 3 of them 20-ounce fucking things. Every time I stop for gas, I fill up one.
But what
By
if-
the time I get up there, it's like heart attack out of nowhere. And I'm like, that's probably the 60 ounces of coffee.
I think the most I could drink like a 4-shot espresso, and then after that,
Damn,
I
you're
can't.
feeling it.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not gonna do anything past that. But I don't like a 4-shot espresso. I'll feel alive, but it doesn't like necessarily crank me the fuck up like that.
The only thing that ramps me up these days is the fucking the Celsius. You know, the Celsius.
Cocaine in a can, baby.
That's what they say.
They're like pre-workout. They're like, you can use them as pre-workouts, or they're just energy drinks. But
Hey,
I
you
fuck
know
with
that
those Celsius, those shits. I'll crush a can of that.
You know they're saying that people that go test end up having cocaine in their system because of that.
I almost passed out. I almost had a heart attack a week and a half ago off of that shit.
From what, a Celsius?
Well, I mixed that.
Look at this headline.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I like
Wow.
Okay, well, I had the Celsius in the morning on my way to the gym. Then later on that night, I had a Red Bull.
Right.
And the combination of them niggas met in the middle somewhere and said, "Oh, we tightened up. They tightened up."
Had you like this?
Bro, I started sweating.
Yeah.
I couldn't breathe. I had to get straight up, like
You had that panic
come
attack.
on done, yo, like woo.
Yeah, that's a panic attack right there because of the combination that was happening.
Yeah, you just 1 Celsius is already enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, I said I ain't never doing that.
I've never
That was
had
like
that.
the red line.
You don't need it.
You ever tried the red line back in the days?
No.
That was like same shit. You're only supposed to drink a quarter to a half.
Oh, I do remember those.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
drank the whole thing.
Hey, you guys don't remember that there was a energy drink called cocaine?
Yep. They brought it back. They sell it in Vegas.
That shit was horrible though. It tasted
It was
horrible.
nasty.
Almost bought a can the other day.
I know you almost did. Would you can't snort the can though. son.
Cocaine.
Cocaine. Would you like some cocaine?
I don't do drugs.
What do you know about cocaine?
Yeah. You got me.
That's right.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Yeah, no. All right.
Batteries.
Is this where you're talking about Red Line?
Yeah. That motherfuckers was like.
That's probably where Rojo got his the brand idea. He's like, dude, I drink these red lines all the time.
Got it from
He's like,
racing,
maybe I
bro.
should call it Red Line Reserve.
Go, go, go.
He said, go, go, go.
All right, let's
Yeah.
see if I get this right. Xanadu was saying, my father was excited to see his first official concert, and it was Los Tigres del Norte.
Yeah.
He's saying he was disappointed because they were lip syncing.
That's
They don't lip sync, fool.
They were lip syncing?
That's what they're saying in the chat.
Which group is this?
You can read it.
The sauce. The sauce comes out of the jar. Watch out, boy. All right.
So is this like a very popular band or
Yeah.
what?
One of the
Okay.
popular bands.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
They wouldn't lip sync then, would they?
No, they wouldn't. I've seen them live in front of 300,000 people.
I mean, they shouldn't be. It's not in the realm of impossibility, depending on what the gig was. But
Maybe they all had sore throats.
like, for instance, right? Back in the day, and Mello, you could attest to this. Back in the day, when you did Soul Train,
I'll take that one.
that was pretty good. When you did Soul Train, did you get to do the live show, or did they make you lip sync?
They made us lip sync,
Because
then they turned the mics on after for the interview.
yeah, so a lot of shows still do this sort of practice. So it depends on what show they did. Like if it was like one of their concerts, I don't think they would do it for that. But if it's like a TV show, it's those TV shows like they don't fuck around like Soul Train, then maybe they would have been lip syncing for something like that. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah.
But these guys been around a long time. It doesn't strike me. They don't strike me as the type of people to be like lip syncing.
Yeah.
Could have been the event they were doing. I don't know. Anyway, next.
EBGB is saying, yo, B, you gotta start checking out Mobland. He's saying it's dope.
No, I've been checking out Mobland. It's pretty fucking. It is dope.
Total.
I got to tell you, Helen Mirren plays a mean, wicked bitch in this in this series right here. And Pierce Brosnan, he's pretty good too. Because you don't know if he's like off his fucking like, if he's like mentally fucked up or what, you know, like if he's playing the part. I mean, obviously he's acting, but I'm saying as his character, he's got you off balance with his character. Like you don't know if his fucking like his character is madcap or he's very calculated.
He plays a good villain.
He plays a pretty good villain. I mean, he spent a lot of time playing a, you know, like the hero.
Yeah. It's a James Bond thing.
But yeah.
He plays a good villain.
It's a good villain. She's a great villain.
The Irish are filled with rage on their act.
Yes, the Irish accent is very exaggerated.
But the show's good, yeah.
Yeah, but the show's good.
Karina's saying, how y'all feel about chocolate-covered coffee beans?
They're good.
Yeah, they're good. I fuck with them.
Bring it.
Oh, man.
No coffee beans for Bobo. No more coffee beans for Bobo.
No more coffee beans. I mean, I've been trying.
Does it hurt you?
It hurts my stomach.
It hurts.
It hurts. All of that. All of that, man.
It hurts.
And it's pretty immediate, too, man.
You're a fool, dog.
It's real immediate. You know what I mean?
It's real immediate, huh?
Real immediate, man.
Bubbling, gurgling.
I mean, damn, can I get the first sip down?
Come over here, drink a beer, sit down, eat your food.
Man, I had to be in close proximity.
Oh, man.
I can't go across the house like that.
Drink a beer, it's crunchy, and sit down.
It's crunchy.
Eat your food. Drink a beer, it's crunchy.
If you sit down and it's crunchy, that's not good.
Eat your food.
That's what I can tell you.
Come over here, it's crunchy. Drink a beer, it's
I'll never get over this. This is the best.
crunchy. Eat your food.
Eat your food.
I want to hear him rolling.
What if
this bumping?
Hey,
like
what if
loud.
what if we had him here perform that live? Wouldn't that be something?
You think he can do it?
He'd be fucking purple.
It's not, you know.
I mean,
I don't think it's in the realm of impossibility.
You know, he just has to say a couple of things, right?
Yeah, we could be in the background doing his background vocals for him, you know, like as his backups.
Who's going to do the
support.
meh?
That's us.
Yeah, that's us.
That would be us.
Dustin Bart's
Those ain't hard lyrics to memorize, guys. We could totally do that.
We'll be the man.
For him. For him. You know what I'm saying?
Could he have his apron on?
He could have whatever he wants.
The whole apron on, the whole thing, you know.
Long as he does it, as long as he does it, yeah, with something on.
Yeah.
You can't be doing it without nothing on. You got to have something. So if it's an apron, all good.
Yeah. Like what he usually wears, you know. His get up, his garb.
It's crunchy. All right, next.
So let's see here. Harry's asking, can you ask Be Real what's the deal with Barney Farm selling Insane OG in seed form?
Yes, this is a collaboration that we've done with my good friend Barney. And this is coming out very soon. In about a week and a half or so.
In Berlin at Mary Jane Festival.
We're going to be at the Mary Jane Festival popping this off.
Make sure you get to the 19th because that's the day he'll be there with the seed.
Yeah, my man Derry, you know, we've been friends for, you know, over 20 years, and we've been talking about doing a collaborative thing together. You know, first we talked about, you know, maybe some coffee shops out there and things like this. And, you know, that was many, many, many years back. So, you know, we thought about, like, what could work right now. And, you know, this is the collaboration. And it's going to be on and popping. So make sure if, you know, you're one of them cultivators and you cultivate at home, all that, and you want to try some bomb OG, boom, going to pop it off, all right? It's official. All right.
Russell saying, what's funny is when you guys were talking about sports, he's saying, my nieces played rugby in high school because they thought all the other girls' sports sucked. They thought they were too watered down.
Yeah. And now a lot of people play rugby. That's another growing sport.
I used to think rugby was bitch ass till I watched it.
Oh, it's
and I was like, okay.
No, it's rough.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they're going at each other without pads.
I know helmets and shit. They have that bullshit little.
Yeah.
There's an LA rugby team now.
Yeah, no, I know. I saw them playing this last weekend. It was on TV. They had them on one of the fucking ESPN channels, or maybe it was a Fox Sports 1 channel. But it's another growing sport. It's just something that wasn't necessarily celebrated here as much as football, baseball, and basketball. But now all these other sports that are more worldly are coming into the fold. But basketball is global now too, though.
Yeah, that's
basketball.
Hockey gets
Look at that.
forgotten a lot.
Yes, hockey's right there, man.
No, it is. But for many years, we didn't fuck with it.
Yeah, for many years, you know. You're right about that. People have gotten into it over the years, like, you know, because when you grow up with it, and then you take your kids to the games and they grow up with it. That's how you grow the shit out. That's what Vegas, the Raiders are going to have to do, and whatever team, when the A's go down there, they're going to have to do that too, because now they're asking people from Oakland to come out when they weren't even going out in their own neighborhood to watch this team to play. There's going to be an empty stadium for a while before it's like a generation of fans come along and fill that fucking place up. Maybe two. All right.
All right, next in here is Dan Fernandez saying, yo, Blaze, I never saw anyone playing soccer here in New York City aside from people in Central Park.
True.
Right.
That's exactly what I was saying. And then Flushing Meadow Park in Queens, which is the one where you see the big spear, like the Atlas, the big globe that they show all the time.
That where all the Puerto Ricans were at?
A lot of it, believe it or not, was Colombian. Like in that area, it was very Colombian. Like Jackson Heights and that area was a lot of Colombians. But yeah, everybody from Puerto Ricans, Dominicans.
And realistically, out there weren't that many places you can play because the blacktop was taken by the fucking basketball players.
Yeah.
They weren't fucking.
And handball, yeah.
And handball.
Yep. But wherever there was like, an actual park, you'd always have people playing.
Some fools will be down to play on concrete and shit, bro.
They did.
Yeah,
There's
that shit-
leagues.
that's
Well,
crazy.
the kids these days will for sure, but kids back in that day, they weren't into that. They weren't doing that.
In New York, though, they did have concrete leagues for sure when I was younger. But again, this was like not through school, and
That was a
wasn't
real
popular.
that was a real thing at some point. It was real popular. He even had his own video game. It was called FIFA Street.
FIFA Street.
FIFA Street.
Yeah.
I played that shit.
Rough, rugged, and raw, baby. All right.
Franco in here, Karina's man, saying, "Come on, people, hit that like button."
Yeah.
Yeah, hit that like button. Don't you like us? Come on, like us.
I'll play FIFA Street again, bro. If they have it for the new Nintendo Switch. I secured one, by the way. Shout out to the homie in the chat room.
Word up. All right.
All right, Marbell in here again. Shout out to Grandpa Blaze and Ace Cool. Did you find out that Haji made Real Chill walk home?
Oh,
Yeah, what?
A number of times I walked from your crib to my crib in Gardena because, your brother left me hanging on several occasions. To, most importantly, where I walked the full walk. And you know how far that is because you've driven me there a couple times and picked me up there a couple times. And then I rode that on one of our bikes a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah, 26 miles.
Okay, so what's the joke? I'm missing the inside joke there.
Okay, so he was supposed to take me to the crib, but he went on a date instead. It made me wait and told me, I'll take you in the morning. And I was like, nah, but I got to do some shit in the morning. I can't go in the morning. I got to be somewhere in the morning. He was like, nah, I'll take you in the morning. And I was like, you know what? Fuck you. And I took off and I walked home. Missed the buses because at certain points the buses stop running. You're assed out going from the east side to the west side.
No Uber.
Even going from north to south on the bus line, some places it stops and then you got to figure it out from there. So me, I was on the bus a lot back then. I could take it anywhere, but when it stops running, it stops running. And at that point, you're footing it. Well, at this point, when he told me, I'll take you tomorrow, this was already at like 10 p.m. And I footed it all the way back to Gardena.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Every time
you would pull shit like that.
Every time you tell that story, I know that you flash back like you was.
I do. I was flashing back through all the neighborhoods I walked through.
You feel it. You feel it every time you tell that story. You start off in one way, and then there's a certain part that you raise it up a little bit.
Well,
at
that time in the 80s, it was so dangerous over there.
No. I get it. I get it. Totally.
No, I'll say this. I needed that. I needed that in life right then.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
I'll tell you why. Because that was a 26-mile walk and going through dangerous neighborhoods. And I fucking got to my destination. It told me I could do whatever the fuck I need to do. Like, I didn't stop. I didn't sit down and catch a break. I fucking racked it the whole way.
Long as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
That would be where I lived walking to, because 13 miles to the city, to Manhattan. That's walking to Manhattan and back. That's crazy.
Yeah, I did that.
Walk.
I did that a couple times.
A marathon, actually.
But I knew, that shit gave me, it gave me something that I knew, whatever I put my mind to, I could do that shit. I could have sat down on a bench and fell fucking asleep and maybe got jacked or wait till the bus came fucking 6-7 hours later.
How long did it take you to get there?
Oh man, I don't know. It took a minute. I mean,
yeah, back then we didn't have cell phones and none of that.
Yeah, I mean it's 26 miles. So what is it? What did they do in a marathon? The slowest.
26 or 20. Oh, you mean the slowest? But they're running. You were walking. Right?
Yeah.
Shit.
So think about whatever the slowest runner is, and then tack some more time onto that.
What's the average? Yeah, what's the average walking for a mile? How long does it take? Average to walk.
Walking for a mile is
minutes?
it's 10? Depending on the pace, probably about 18 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
If you walked really fast, you could get it between 15 and 17.
Car, it's a mile a minute, right?
Yeah.
They say.
Well, it's
Yeah. So
15 to 22 minutes.
Yeah. So rack those 26 times.
Good Lord.
Is this walk something that you'd want to do, like as a group?
Oh, if y'all wanted to do it, I could do it. It's just our dogs are going to be barking, son. I'll tell you that shit.
You
Because
know what? I'd rather do as a group
As a
than
group?
solo by my damn self.
Yeah. I mean,
I could totally do that.
We could just do it as a group. It says, all right.
Southgate to Gardena.
Would I want to do that? Fuck no, I wouldn't want to do that, but I could.
As a group, you'd have been all right. But imagine all the times you.
Not if you had to stay with the group at all times.
No,
Like,
you have
what-
to
what
stay
was
with the
your
group
route?
because he'd be the tour guide. He'd be like saying, okay, well, at this point.
Oh, y'all wouldn't want to take that walk. You would not want to take that
No,
walk.
I wouldn't.
Did you
I'll
take
tell you now.
Manchester?
Did I? No, hell no, I didn't.
Hell no,
no. That there was one time I had to like roll from Manchester all the way up Van Ness to 162nd Street. I did that, and I had to roll up all the way from Crenshaw in Manchester all the way up to El Camino College.
In the Rolling 60s hood and all that?
Through all that shit.
Good Lord.
That's when I got stuck on the line where it stopped going from fucking north to south from Manchester up to Gardena and Torrance. If you missed that bus, you had to fucking walk through all that. So I've done it two ways, right? I did it from your crib all the way to my crib, and then I did it from that part of Manchester all the way up, which is about 12 and a half miles. So I've done the 26 and 12 a couple times.
Not to mention the danger element, though.
Oh,
At
yeah.
that time, you're running through stupid hoods.
I was creeping, son.
God. Sometimes you'd be all flamed up.
I was soldiering, yeah. Back then I was soldiering. If they had caught me slipping, who knows what happens. You know what I mean? But I didn't give a fuck.
I wouldn't do that today. You know what I mean?
Well, I wouldn't do it today, but I know that I'm capable of doing that today if I needed to.
If you needed to, yeah.
I don't need to, but I'm saying if I did. Yeah. I'm that type of guy. Oh. All right.
Hard fought in here. He's asking, we can't really do this because it's kind of like we'll get in trouble for copyright probably. Can y'all check out the track I just did with the homies? Southing to Smoke To, I think he's saying. Hometown by Nick Severe and A-Wax.
We'll have to check it out off air, my friend. But thank you for letting us know. We'll check it out and we'll let you know what we think tomorrow, man.
Terrible.
We got a couple lovers in the chat. Karina again is in here saying, "Yo, shout out to Franco in Orlando." Franco just super chatted. She's saying, "Who let me know he's watching the show without telling me he's watching the show?
Oh,
Love
boy.
and miss you."
All right.
She's calling Franco handsome.
Glad y'all.
I'm not calling him handsome.
Yes,
Wow.
Damn, you
This is like shout outs on KRLA.
Yeah, this is like some love song thing.
Bolton likes Franco, huh?
Hey, Franco.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Whoa.
Bolton? No.
He said no.
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 Love songs on the coast.
I used to hit on Karina back in the day, you know, when I first started here and everything.
Yeah.
Now I'm hitting on Franco.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Wow, Bolton.
All right.
Just messing with you guys.
Dang.
Appropriate. It's probably
You
guys
should have
need
hit
to-
the button right there.
Yeah, seriously. Yes, yeah.
You got the touch.
You got the touch.
Right.
I like joking with people like that because some you guys at the table will be like, I don't know, you get a little wigged out or something.
It's all right. I thought it was hilarious.
Um,
Midget Mike says Ludacris used to be a radio personality.
Yep, up in Atlanta with Chaka. He was, he was a part of Chalk's show out there. And, yeah, I remember him from way back then. I did not know he was going to become a hip-hop star. But, salute to that. He put in the work.
Did you guys ever do his radio show?
Yeah. Yeah, a couple times. Way back, though. This was way fucking back.
Ronald's asking, what are you guys doing for the World Cup?
watching it.
Watching it, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sacrificing a goat.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Gold Great is saying, I sent Trace a DM because he kept crying about his Instagram not being shown. He immediately called me somehow and said he'd wreck my life like Bart does a set. Sounded like Liam Neeson in Taken.
I'll wreck your life like Bart wrecked the set. That's good. That's pretty good right there. That's a good line.
And that seems to be it so far.
Word up. Salute to all y'all. Thank you for the interactions. We know we got a little bit of time left, so if we see any more, we'll field them and put them out there. All right. Do we have submissions, Bolton?
Yeah, we do.
All right, let's pop them off.
All right, let's just get into it right away. We got Balls Mahoney here. He's saying, imagine coming home after a long-ass day of work, coming home to this, and it's chicken nugget quesadillas.
Quesadillas. That is cheese sauce on chicken nuggets and tortilla. That's disgusting.
No. That looks so bad.
That's unacceptable, but I think if you were really hungry, you would just have it.
Is that wifey material right there?
No.
Not even girlfriend material. It's terrible. That's woman material.
That's not even appetizer material. But I'm saying, if you were really hungry,
the cheese is kind of nasty the way it looks.
You would probably fuck with it though. It doesn't look great.
It's all sputter.
It's all sputter.
Sputter.
That's straight sputter right there.
Sure is.
Sputter, cheese and butter.
Nah, man. Get them little dino nuggies.
Keep it.
Yeah, that looked crazy, the dino nuggets. Yes. Yeah, no. That was a little bit bothersome to me. Thank you.
And just 3 of them.
3 of them, yeah.
You know.
What did you need? 5?
I mean,
like 6.
This is.
I mean, first of all, I'm not eating that, but that would be kind of like low. You know what I mean?
Put them in the air fryer.
What?
We would have tore those shits up 40 years ago.
I guess you need 1 more. You don't need 5, right? You would need 1 more.
Right.
At least 4.
At least that.
That's what I'm saying, though, Mello. As ugly as this looks, motherfuckers would have tried that.
Like an ounce and a half.
40 years ago, we would have fucked with that.
No. Are those like green peas on top of the?
No, they're bits of chile and the cheese.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looked like some shit Jack in the Box tried once that just didn't work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Bolton's like, this is a delicacy.
I had this last night.
Tacos night.
White people taco night. Let's go.
Dino nuggets. All right.
E-Zone's even said those white people tacos hit sometimes.
Sometimes
they do. Sometimes
if you're really, 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 really hungry,
like at a white wedding, that's it, bro.
Oh yeah, taco night at my house. This was the best right here.
Yeah. Are you still doing that?
They got to be a fucking special taco, bro. All right.
Those look good.
All right, next in here. This is cool. Ant is saying, big ups to everyone at the table. Soul Assassins for life. I'm enjoying that cup of coffee. Got that Greenthumb coffee.
Bang, bang.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, shout to Everlast. Jay in here, he's showing off some food. What's he saying? He's saying first rack of ribs for the summer, barbecue favorites. Also got homemade potatoes, homemade potato salad, barbecue ribs, and Polish sausages.
Well, goddamn.
Kielbasa.
Damn, fool. Te vas a tapar.
That's a lot.
Man right there.
That's a lot to take down, baby. That's a lot. Maybe you don't need the 2 hot dogs.
That's that Polish sausage, I think.
Like hold the bun.
Yeah, I know, but do you need the bun?
No.
Yeah. You could do the onions and all that shit. You just don't need the bun. That's a lot. To each his and hers.
Jason is saying, went grocery shopping today, came across some popcorn, some Pop Secret caramel popcorn, saying it's microwavable, decided to try it out. It's slightly sweet and delicious.
Cool.
Excellent.
You know,
mid.
Yeah.
I think microwave popcorn is mid.
It is.
I can't have caramel popcorn. It's too rich and sweet for me, man. Can't do it.
How about what were those things called? Cracker Jacks. Those were fucking good.
When I was a kid, I
Yeah,
could fuck
when
with
you
them, but
were
like
kids.
right, today, this age, no. Mm-mm.
I like
Don't
that
fucking
popcorn
way.
we get for the office. That popcorn with the little Buddha. That shit's good.
Yeah.
Mike being here saying, hit the outlets in Reading, Pennsylvania. Stop by for a quick bite at Outback Steakhouse. I got the Blooming Onion Burger.
The
Medium
blooming,
well.
the blooming onion.
I've had that burger before. It's okay.
You know, no.
Exactly. I mean fried onion.
I found myself taking the onions off.
What, that big ass fried ass onion doesn't look appealing to me, even though I love onions. 2, it's fried. I would just take that big ass fried onion off.
Or eat it separate.
You could do that too, but I'm trying to stay away from the fried shit.
I said, give me 3 more onions.
Yeah, stack 3 more of those, motherfucker.
You guys ever get the blooming onion?
Oh, at the fair or at the carnival?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Those
dog.
are great.
I don't get them, but like if someone gets them, I'll have a couple pieces.
Yeah.
But I ain't trying to get that because it's fried.
Make us this, Bart's.
I'll have to smoke it.
Smoke the onion.
You want a smoked onion?
All right, OG Tone is saying, yo, guys, hit the hat for the first time after Saturday's BMX ride.
Okay, those fries look disgusting, but the fucking the sandwich looks great.
No, that looks good. That's gravy, bro.
I know,
that's gravy.
I'll do that shit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I would do it.
Don't act like you haven't had those before,
It's not my favorite.
I know it's
I
not
like
your
fries
favorite,
and
but
gravy.
But that's
The gravy makes them soggy.
Yeah, you should have the salt gravy on. Like me, I agree. Gravy in a cup for dipping.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
you could
dip.
probably ask for them like
Dip.
that, but nobody does.
It's just like somebody took a shit on my fries.
Yeah, well,
easy.
that's like your opinion, man.
But they make
You like that one? That was Cheech and Chong, bro. Yeah,
sandwich is good. Pastrami.
they got the
Yeah,
to
the
me.
sandwich is fire.
To me, they make the best pastrami.
Yeah, just focus on the sandwich, Bolton. Zoom in. Yeah.
Look at that hearty
That's what
goodness.
I'm talking about right there.
yeah.
That's you got right there.
Not a lot of fat on it neither. It's like perfect.
Is that jalapeno in there? What is that?
Yeah, some people ask for that shit in there.
I fucked that up. A half.
Ray
A
says
half.
pickles.
Oh, it's pickles, but some people do ask for the halas in there, but really it's pickles that they
You
put in
take
there.
you eat the bread.
Yeah, I'll take the bread on this too.
Yeah.
Be like, I take a half of these a day.
Their bread is not like all fucking, too much bread and not enough pastrami. It's like, my dude, you've been there.
I know. I'm going back today.
I wish I could go back there today.
Mellow be
Shouldn't have showed me that damn.
shit, bro.
fucking
Well, that's
shit.
on your way home, so you're lucky.
Yeah.
I don't have that. You know what I'm saying? At
I'll
least
get
not.
you
I
one.
mean, I could get a pastrami, but it's not going to be from the hat.
Master.
Oh my god! All right.
We have my girl in here, Karina, saying, you're hilarious, Bolton. I thought we all forgot about that. Thanks for the reminder. Much love to you, fam. Also, THC, Table, and Asylum.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, Karina.
Hey, Franco.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wow.
Damn, you like
Whoa.
stuck on Frank.
Oh my god.
That shit's funny. OG Tone in here saying, he's also saying this is our bike ride out in Temecula.
Look at that.
It looks hot.
It probably is.
Temecula be getting hot. It's dope. Old Town Temecula is cool, man. There's a lot of dope bars and like restaurants, really cool places.
When you guys doing another bike ride, like a big bike ride?
Probably when we get back from tour.
I was gonna say, fool, they're about to go on tour.
After the tour, when we get home.
After the tour, yeah.
After the tour.
You guys will have to schedule like a kind of that one we did in Huntington Beach that one time.
Yeah, that was a good one. It was large, B. It was large.
All right, Scott in here. He's saying, yo, guys, today is my 53rd birthday.
Hell yeah.
And I got myself a sweet gift, my first gun.
Oh, nice.
Not sure if you're allowed to show this on the show. Yeah, we can. He's saying, thank you, guys. I look forward to the show today. He's got that 9.
Thank you very much, man.
Okay.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Right. Gonna be blasting.
Be joining DJ Muggs out in Vegas.
He's like 53 bullets in the air.
You ever see those like Middle Eastern videos where they're at a wedding and they're just shooting
Yeah,
their guns
bro,
in the air?
AK-47.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what?
And there's like kids everywhere by it. I was like, yo, them like,
No, and
shit's gotta
no
go
one
down,
is like
bro.
clearing out. You know what I mean? Everybody's still there. They're kicking it.
And no one has earplugs. Do you have any idea how loud
Oh, yeah,
those
that
guns
shit.
are?
That shit'll make your ears ring for months.
Bro, AK bullets have such a big charge. They are so loud, bro. Fuck, man.
I see those videos in Mexico, at the cartel type parties, and then in the Middle East. You'll see.
Oh, yeah. These they fucking let off. All right. What else you got?
All right, Smokestack Mac in here. He's showing off Cheech and Chong rolling papers. He's saying each pack has a different catchphrase. And he's saying, can I get a moment of ohms?
Oh, we need that right now.
My throat don't.
Just go at your lowest dome. Just
I
go
can
at your
take it
lowest dome. All right, here we go. Just, remember always to chill out, man. I feel ohmed out, man.
Like Homer Simpson.
I feel relaxed now. I needed that. Thank you for that request.
Sleepy.
We needed to chill the fuck out, apparently. You know what I'm saying? All right.
The last super chat right now is Megan saying, hope you guys bring your bikes in August when you play in Lewiston. Nice bike trail at Art Park.
And we probably are. I believe Bobo and Trace and myself, we talked about it. We're probably going to figure out how to bring our bikes out there.
Tomorrow.
And knock it down. Word up. And thank you for your super chat. And thank everybody for being here with us. Your love, energy, and support means everything. So salute to all y'all out there. Mello, you got any shout-outs?
Yeah, shout out to this the whole squad in here today. Shout out to everybody in the chat room and all that. Peace all over the world. Check out the new merch at the bio in my Instagram page and all that. So and catch me out in Lancaster this weekend. I'm forgetting the name of the venue. I'll be out there rocking. Other than that, man, just chilling modes from coast to coast. Eric Bobo.
All right. Catch me on the socials on Twitter X at Eric Bobo, IG at Eric_Bobo, Discord, Bobo's Corner, and the Insane Asylum. Big ups to everybody here at the table, Treehouse crew, everybody that tuned in last night for B movie night. It was a blast. Two movie night. But we'll check you out again next week, so be sure that you catch that. And to everybody that supports the show, thank you very much. Snacks and we say buddy.
Yo, shout the Insane Asylum, shout to Ray Morning Shot Film, shout to the Dominator. What up, Blaze?
Shout out to everybody here at the table, 5150's Insane Asylum. Follow me, CaliBlaze.net. Put in code BREALTV at checkout. And Instagram, Cali_Blaze. Much love. See y'all on Friday.
Salute to everybody at the table, everybody who tuned in this morning as well for the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Due to the situation in LA, we will be doing the podcast tomorrow in the morning until this heat dies down, so we don't, we follow the rules. So make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the Wake and Bake, 9:30 to 11:30 for the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Happy belated birthday to We Don't Smoke the Same's very own Rock Sampson. And go to flavorsbyezone.com. I'm fully stocked on the We Don't Smoke the Same jackets and some new hats that came on there as well. They're not jackets. They're like windbreakers. They're perfect for biking. And a couple other things I added on there as well.
Practice humanity. Swallow that.